Imagine standing at the edge of the world, a sheer wall of ice, 150 feet high, stretching forever. No end in sight, no way around it without special clearance. And what's beyond that wall? Well, governments won't say. The Antarctic Treaty keeps the world out, but the theories keep coming. Hidden continents, lost Nazi bases, inner Earth paradises, maybe even alien guardians. Back in 1839, explorer James Clark Ross sailed up to what he called the Great Barrier, an endless ice cliff guarding something. Today, millions see that as the literal rim of a flat Earth. Tonight, we're talking about the Antarctic ice wall, the conspiracy that pulls in flat Earth, Admiral Byrd's secret flights, Operation Highjump battles, and a worldwide lockdown. And honestly, it makes you question everything. Is Antarctica the edge of reality, or just the biggest, coldest red herring ever? You know what time it is. Throw on your headphones and maybe grab a blanket. Welcome back to Chasing Shadows. Now let's get frosty. The ice wall concept didn't pop up on TikTok. It traces back to the 1800s. Samuel Rowbotham's 1865 book, Zetetic Astronomy, Earth Not a Globe, laid it out. Earth as a flat disk, North Pole in the center, and Antarctica not a continent at all, but a massive ring holding the oceans in. Then history kind of backs it up a bit. James Clark Ross's expedition hit that towering Great Barrier, now the Ross Ice Shelf. He described it rising out of the sea, endless in every direction. To believers, that's not just ice, that's the wall. Here's a classic flat Earth map showing the ice wall perimeter, and real shots of what Ross actually saw. Those massive ice cliffs do look imposing. Modern flat Earth models expand it, a 60,000-mile ice circumference, extra lands beyond. Google Earth blurring, no casual South Pole flights. It's intriguing how the pieces fit, if you squint. Though the math gets tricky when you zoom out a little bit. Now the core lore, where it gets a little spicy. Admiral Richard E. Byrd, a polar legend, flew over both poles. Conspiracy circles zero in on his alleged 1947 lost diary. In it, he supposedly flies past the South Pole into a warm inner world, green valleys, woolly mammoths, advanced beings that are warning about nukes. He's silenced by higher-ups. Here's Byrd in historical photos, looking every bit the serious explorer. The diary's almost certainly a later fabrication, but it ties perfectly into Operation Highjump, a massive U.S. Navy push of 4,700 men, 13 ships including aircraft carriers and submarines, 33 aircraft. The official line? They're there for mapping, cold weather training, and setting up Little America 4 base amid rising Cold War tensions. But believers claim this was no scientific jaunt. It was a full-blown military invasion aimed straight at the heart of the conspiracy. They say the real target was Nazi Base 211, hidden deep in New Swabia, secretly established by the 1938-39 German Antarctic expedition with swastika flags and U-boats. The Nazis supposedly fled there after World War II with Hitler or with high-ranking officials. Advanced reverse-engineered tech, and even alliances from inner Earth or alien sources. Highjump's fleet was armed to the teeth to wipe them out and secure whatever lay beyond the ice wall. Extra continents, hollow Earth entrances, or forbidden realms the flat Earth model promises. Then came the battle, according to the lore. Disc-shaped flugelrads, or flying saucers, burst from hidden ice caves or the wall itself, attacking with impossible speed and energy weapons. Believers point to 4 American planes allegedly shot down, at least 1 ship damaged or lost, and far heavier casualties than the official count of just a few accidental deaths. The mission was planned for 6 to 8 months, was suddenly aborted after only a couple, with the entire task force retreating north in defeat. Some even cite supposed leaked Soviet documents or survivor whispers of unknown aircraft swarming the fleet. And it all loops back to the ice wall. Highjump wasn't just probing the barrier, it was trying to breach it, map gaps, or confirm the extra lands on the other side. Byrd's own post-mission comments get twisted in. He warned of the need to defend against planes coming from the polar regions that could fly pole to pole at an incredible speed. To theorists, that's code for the UFOs or Nazi craft he barely escaped. The most outrageous versions crank it to 11. The Nazis allegedly forged a full pact with extraterrestrials, or tall blonde beings from the hollow inner Earth, sometimes described as Nordic aliens or even reptilian hybrids, trading ancient occult knowledge and vril energy for working anti-gravity saucers. These flugelrad craft weren't prototypes. They were battle-ready, parked in massive underground hangars carved right into the ice wall. Hitler himself supposedly escaped Berlin in a U-boat or a saucer and lived out his days in Base 211, directing operations alongside his alien allies. Highjump's true objective in these tales was to storm the base, capture the Fuhrer, seize alien artifacts, portals, or even Anunnaki tech, and flip the script for America's Cold War dominance. Instead, the fleet got absolutely routed. Glowing discs erupted from the ice wall gaps and hidden caverns, unleashing energy beams that sent planes exploding mid-air and ships listing in flames. Last survivor accounts and channeled messages claim the pilots weren't human at all. Some were non-human entities issuing warnings that humanity wasn't ready for the power behind the wall. Byrd himself was allegedly taken aboard one craft, shown lush inner Earth realms or dimensional portals, and told to back off or face global consequences. Even wilder takes say the base housed ancient alien outposts, Atlantean relics, or full-on interdimensional gateways, with the Antarctic Treaty rushed through years later as a global quarantine to keep the public from stumbling into the truth. It's pure over-the-top sci-fi, yet the lightning-fast retreat, the sealed files, and Byrd's cryptic polar defense quotes keep the rabbit hole wide open and the flames burning. Then there was the Antarctic Treaty, 1959. Over 50 nations agree. No military, no mining, only peace and science. Why such rare global harmony right after World War II? What exactly needs to be locked down so tightly? There's no independent sailing around the whole continent without permits. Thousands of tourists go, but only to approved spots. It's compelling on the surface. Yet when you dig, the restrictions seem more about environmental protection and logistics than hiding a flat Earth rim. Still, the isolation is very real. So let's lean into the fun part. What if the wall is more than ice? What if melting reveals extra lands, lost civilizations, dinosaur holdouts, or watchers that are keeping tabs? What if the treaty isn't science first, but containment? If it all gave way tomorrow and spilled into the ocean, would we fall off the disk? Or do we discover that we've been inside a cosmic snow globe this whole time? The remoteness sells it. Antarctica is genuinely hard to reach, hostile, partially off limits. It's a perfect setup for doubt. And that's where we leave the ice wall tonight, a frozen enigma at the bottom of the world, whispering possibilities that most maps refuse to show. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive, for riding the chill with me all the way to the edge of the world. Make sure you give the episode a like if you enjoyed it, and always subscribe to help this channel grow and keep the weird content coming. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok, or wherever you like to social media. And until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep warm. Good night.